another episode of the Unfiltered Love Podcast.
Wow, we're back.
Yay!
In my garage studio. This is the earliest that we've ever actually shot a podcast.
What the hell are we doing? It's like morning, basically.
Yeah, wow.
So instead of the usual glass of wine, I know I'm super breaking our image and our brand right now, but we're gonna do, instead of wine, because I don't want wine at 2 in the afternoon. I just don't.
I already had ice cream.
You did. Weird. So divergence. It was David's birthday recently. Woo! Birthday!
I'm still startled from it.
So cute. Anyways, I did a surprise birthday party for him, and it scared the shit out of him. And he has this thing for mint chocolate chip ice cream cake, which honestly, most people were like, I don't really want that. So then there was way too much.
No, that's not true. There was a lot of really positive reviews.
Okay, a couple guys were stoked on it, but most people were like, that's kind of a weird combination for a cake, and then they passed.
It was delicious.
I bought this giant ass cake for your birthday, and now we have leftovers, which you had for breakfast this morning.
I did. I was craving something, and I couldn't find what I wanted, and so I saw my cake just sitting there, chilling. And so It really, in the freezer. It has to be. Yeah. Anyway, so he did that, and then I made this delicious... this is water with a diffuser thingy in the middle, and you can put fruits or whatever you want in there. Is this brand deal?
No.
Oh.
No, this is mine. I bought it. This is my domesticated life.
Oh. Domesticated life.
No, but I put lime in there.
Oh,
and
wow.
I put mint.
Oh,
so
wow.
So then it's a refreshing glass of water.
Wow.
As opposed to our usual wine, I have lime and mint.
And
water.
vodka, right?
No vodka.
That's weird.
No,
Rum?
No, babe. So, okay, I'm going to pour this.
So strange.
I'm going to pour this.
You've changed.
I miss the old Jaclyn and David podcasts. They've changed. I don't like them anymore. They're lame.
Yep. Okay, so are you going to pour that? I think I get what's going to happen. You're going to pour that into your cup while I read a review?
Yes, that's the plan.
So if you did not know, the Unfiltered Love Podcast loves and runs on your reviews. Without your reviews, we can't survive. So head on over to whatever podcast platform you listen to and go search Unfiltered Love Podcast and leave us a 5-star review.
Yay!
If you're going to leave us a 4-star or less, just don't leave it. Thanks.
No. Actually, even those ones help.
Okay, they help, but just nothing low. Nothing low. All right, anyways, here's today's review. Great insight from Spanish student in college, Ella.
Hello.
Hi, Ella. This podcast gives good insight into relationships through the perspectives of David and Jaclyn. I really enjoy listening to this podcast for the advice and the funny South Park impersonations.
Oh, God, we do that, don't we?
I would recommend this podcast for anyone who needs relationship advice and a good laugh. Do we do a South Park impression?
Nee.
Nee?
Nee.
I mean, this morning, you did forget to bring a towel to the shower this morning, and I was like, what the fuck was my towel?
I did. Actually, I didn't bring any towels. I just used the one that was in there, and you had to go get one for yourself.
Did you use the specialty towels that are on the wall? Your, decoration-only towels?
No, those are decoration-only towels.
That's so stupid.
You know what? Coming from someone who has tapestry stapled to the wall,
yeah.
Don't you hate on my decorative towels?
I'm about to start stapling towels to the wall.
You already have. Those are the tapestries.
Yeah.
Like a blanket.
You know what I did recently? I stapled aluminum foil all over the ceiling of the studio.
I'm not going to complain about that, though, because it does feel a little better.
I think it's 10 degrees better. Yeah.
Nice. All right, here, take your special water.
Here's my special water. It's got stuff floating in it.
Yeah, that's from the lime.
Oh. We have a story for you guys. Cheers. Over the expensive equipment.
Oh. You go ahead and tell the story,
I'll tell the story. So we almost had our first podcast guest. We almost had her friends Bria and Chrissy, and it would have been really fun. We had margaritas, and my volume was too loud, and I was sitting on that side of the table, and I quickly reached to go adjust the volume, and the margarita spilled right into the machine. At which then cleaned up the mess a little bit and tried to proceed with continuing the podcast, in which case all of a sudden all of our headphones started feeding back really loudly, and we were all like, ah! And then we turned it on and off, and it kept being weird. So we put the entire podcast machine into a bag of rice, and now look at us. We're
Yay.
podcasting again.
Well, we almost didn't have one this week, so.
That's true.
You know.
It was awkward, though. So now we
Yeah.
we still haven't had guests.
So our first guests are like, this is our awesome studio and our oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll have them on sometime.
We'll have a guest at some point.
Yeah, we do need to.
But we don't need one for this episode.
No. Why?
Well, this episode's just like very about us. It's like a super self-absorbed episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweet. Man.
Well, I mean, it is cute, and I really enjoyed the one we did where it was all of our firsts that we had. And that was a cute idea, but it was all of our firsts in general, like my first boyfriend in like pre-K, or my first, time I ever kissed a guy ever. And we even got into like the raunchy stuff, like the first time we had sex, which was awkward and horrible. And we never really did our firsts, like the first time we went on a date or the first time we held hands.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to get into that today?
That's our episode today.
Oh,
our firsts.
Hopefully you guys enjoy hearing about our firsts.
Yeah.
I'm your first Jew.
There you go. Well, how would you feel if I was like, actually, no?
I mean, I'd be all right with that, I guess. I'd be like, I maybe would feel a little insecure if the other Jew was better. No.
Is that like a thing?
No, not really.
Well, we haven't really discussed this episode at all.
All right, so we're going to wing it.
So we're going to wing it, but we haven't really, like sometimes before an episode, we're like, okay, is it too much if we say this thing?
We haven't discussed
didn't really do that, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, cool.
All right, you want to start? You go first.
With our firsts,
This is going to be, okay. I feel like we've given the context before, but maybe a recap would be beneficial because otherwise this is going to sound real weird.
Are you talking about us dating?
Mm-hmm.
We have known each other. This is my short recap. We've known each other for many years. We never looked at each other romantically because we were both in our own respective relationships. We were also in very close proximity. At one point in time, her and I, in a way, almost lived together because she was dating my roommate. Yeah, so that's like a little small world story there. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to however much later, and I happened to hop onto a dating app and was clearly only swiping right because that's just the only thing that makes probability sense.
I feel so special right now. I swiped right on you and everyone.
Everyone.
How do you like?
Wasn't even paying attention. Just literally just doing the dishes.
I'm so confused by that.
Look, I never consulted with anyone else. I didn't say like, hey guys, like this is my first time. The last time I was single, dating apps did not exist. You could like maybe make a MySpace bulletin that's like, hey, I'm single. But
back in the day,
we didn't have dating apps. So now it's like, okay, what are these kids doing nowadays to try to meet people? And so then I hopped on the dating app train and just instantly started putting my dick pics everywhere. And
there you go. There we go. There's the joke. There's the joke. No, yeah. And you, swipe right on me and everyone. And I was much more selective. I would maybe swipe right once every 150.
So
so maybe let me make you feel a little less special right now. Mm-hmm. Anytime I recognize someone, I would swipe right. Anytime if I knew someone from like a friend or, just like someone I had like met at something at some point, I'd be like, oh my God, I recognize this person. I would swipe right and then proceed to give that person shit for being sad and alone like me. So
it's really good water, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you. I worked really hard on this water.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
Thank you. So I saw you. I'm like, oh, holy shit. And I was surprised because I didn't know you were single. I did not know you were single. You had been with your ex for like what, 5.5 years or something?
Yeah, it was a long time.
So I just, in my head, I just imagined y'all would end up together forever. So to see you on a dating app, like that was just so weird for my brain. Because I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So I swiped right and I was just like, lol. Or I just said something like to make fun of you for being sad and alone like me, like I do.
Oh, because we matched?
Yeah.
Nice.
We matched instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swiped right, being like, oh my God, that's so funny. I know him. And I swiped right. It was like, it's a match. And I'm like, huh. I don't know. Like, it made me think for a second. Because I'm like, that's interesting. So this guy I've known forever, he swiped right on me too. I wonder if he's like thinking it's funny, or is he serious? Oh my God, maybe he liked me all along. Oh my God, maybe like that could be creepy. Like, what if he's creepy?
I wasn't creepy. I was never creepy.
No, you were not creepy, and now I know you swipe right on fucking everybody. But
I mean, you probably are missing a lot of clothes I was collecting during that time, but that was a joke, you guys. That was a joke.
It was a joke, but that shit's happened to me before. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was how we reconnected, but that's not our first date. That was not our first date.
Oh, our real first date?
By the way, whenever we did meet up, or whatever you want to call that not date that we went on,
yeah,
you got me to go out with you by, what did you say? Like, totally platonically, let's just catch up and grab a drink.
It's probably something like that. We have to go on the apps, re-download the apps and figure that out. But I do think that, well, look, here's the deal. You were such close proximity, plus like you're a little out of my league.
No, I am not. I thought you were going to say scary. You always call me scary or something.
You're not scary. I mean, you're like a little intimidating. But
I am not.
I platonically, which by the way, we had seen each other a few months prior at that bar, and it was really nice to see you.
And then I followed you on Twitter, and
Thanks for that follow.
And then, oh my God, when was this? Back in was it like March or something?
I don't know, but isn't my Twitter just great content?
It was over a year ago, and I remember like after like running into you that night, I followed you, and I even like tweeted at you. I'm like, hey, it was good to see you.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even then I wasn't thinking about it, but like something in my head must have been like, make contact.
I'll go reshare that sometime. I can go find that.
My old tweet.
Yeah.
My before I knew I was flirting flirt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our first date, is that where we were?
Yeah, we can do our first date, but I mean like I was kind of covering the platonic date that we had that you would not let me pay for, by the way.
Oh, of course.
You wouldn't let me pay, and then we met up again. You were like, I'd love to do this again sometime. I'm like, I thought he said it was platonic. And then we did, and we went to like this expensive sushi dinner, and you again would not let me pay.
Of course.
And then I was so confused because I was telling my friend, I'm like, I don't think he likes me, but maybe like he keeps like asking to hang out and like won't let me pay, which is like a kind of like a date thing to do. And I don't like letting people pay for me. So
pay attention, man.
So
this works.
I was like, is that him flirting?
Yes. Continue.
But then I invited you. One of the nights I invited you to like have a drink in my apartment.
Yes. Take your time, guys. Take your time.
And you said no.
Yes.
No. Yes. You went home, and I'm like, fuck. And then I texted my friend, and
I didn't go home. We went out.
Yeah, but I wanted to like...
We like had a late night out on the town by your place.
Yeah. And I invited you up for a drink. And you said...
Take your time, guys. Take your time.
And then I told my friend about it, and she's like, oh, yeah, sorry. There's no way he likes you. If he like didn't go for that, then he doesn't like you.
It's perfectly in the plan.
So I just like, wrote it off. I'm like, that sucks. Oh, well.
No. Well, and things, all right, so we're already like, and then there was nights where we were like staying up till like 5 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, should we go back?
We need to go back in time. We have to go back in time. Okay, so our first date was
which button is the back in time sound? Back in time. That's way too loud. Back in time. All right.
Well, so our first date was, it was a double date. It was a double date. And I love stand-up comedy. And so this was my idea was, hey, why don't me and my girlfriend go on a date with my roommate and his girlfriend, which is you. And so I got stand-up comedy tickets, I think probably for the four of us. And it was on Sunday, and the night happened to just been called Chocolate Sunday. Sounded cool. Didn't really think... I
love dessert.
I didn't think anything of it. And so we met up in line. We got in line for the event, and we all showed up, and there was a long line, so we had to hang out, which was weird because we still didn't really ever talk.
We didn't.
I probably talked to your...
Yeah, and then so your ex and my ex didn't like each other.
No.
So then it was kind
Even though they've hooked up previously.
The tea.
It so goes in circles.
Anyway, I remember it being a little awkward because like they like weren't really speaking, and like I am shy, so I really wasn't talking either. So I think it was just you and my ex being like, so, and then me and her were just like there kind of awkwardly.
Anyways, so we went to stand-up. This happened to be our first date, stand-up comedy night, Chocolate Sunday. I don't know how to say this in a way that's...
Yeah, I was kind of wondering as you were doing this, I'm like, how's he going to explain this story?
Well, okay, let's just...
It's fine. It's fine. It is what
it is. What it is.
Yeah.
I'm white. You're white. Chocolate Sunday happens to not be a very white night.
It was a black comedy night. That's what it said on the ticket. Actually,
we didn't know.
Well, it said it on the ticket,
and so it was.
It said our weekly. It said the weekly black comedy night is what it said on the banner when we walked in, and I was like, Did we know? And I honestly, it was fun.
It was very fun.
It was really fun and it was good, but there were a lot of jokes that were like, white people do this or white people do that.
And we're like, ha.
And I remember like not knowing what to do because I did feel people like looking at us because we were the only ones like, and we were right in the middle of the room. Do you remember where we sat?
Mm-hmm.
We were in the middle of the room, and I just felt like the spotlight was on us and everyone was kind of like waiting for us to like either be uncomfortable or something, which worked. And I didn't know. I'm like, oh my God, do I laugh? Is it rude if I laugh? Is it rude if I don't laugh? So I like remember not really knowing how to be. And that was our first date.
Aww.
Chocolate Sunday. We should go again.
I think we need to come out with merch that says Chocolate Sunday Now We Here.
We should go again and tell them of our first date story. I think that would be appreciated.
on stage?
Yes.
Oh. It was really good.
Last time we went to a comedy show, didn't you won?
Oh yeah, I did. I must have lost that. I won like a free comedy class.
Yeah, so
stand-up
you can
comedy.
like go and learn how to be. You're already funny, but like I guess learn how to like put it together into some kind of act, and then you could perform.
I have an act. I just haven't performed it.
On the next Chocolate Sunday.
Chocolate Sunday could be my thing.
So that was our first date with other people, but still, I guess, together because it was a double date, but we were with other people.
That was cute.
How romantic. And
Chocolate Sunday, now we're here.
And then our first apartment.
Oh, yeah, our first apartment.
The damn tapestry is still up in that apartment.
Same tapestry.
Which is partially, I think, why I don't like the tapestry.
No, it brings you back.
I don't want to go back
to our
there.
first apartment when we also weren't dating each other and were dating different people. Yeah. But we almost lived in this. You didn't live there.
I didn't. I had my own place, but it was like kind of like a 50-50. I was either there or he was at my place kind of thing. And when we were there, y'all were there.
Yep.
Yeah. We never talked.
We never
had a...
No, I do remember once being like, hey, how are you? And you were like, good. And I was like, cool.
So that doesn't count.
No, yeah.
We never had like a conversation.
Yeah.
Until I ran into you at that bar. And you like, I remember you showed me the picture of like your back being broken and explained that story. And then you told me that...
Oh, do you have my back pillow? Oh, you have my back pillow right now? Oh,
so
dang
nice.
it. You just made me realize like...
I didn't even think about it. And then you told me like the story of what happened to you, and then you said you were watching all my shit go down, and you were rooting for me.
I was.
Yeah.
Big fan of you.
And then your friend was there even. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Your friend was there that night, and he's like, so what do you think about David? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like... No. He's like someone I've known for a long time, and I don't think so.
Well,
I doubt it.
Look at us now. And now we actually have our own place. Well, it's not our own place, but we actually live together.
Yeah.
now.
Well, the room is our
room.
And Nala and Angel and Tippy.
We have a full on like zoo going on, which is pretty cool. We just got a new... This is weird to talk on a podcast. Whatever. We just got a new comforter. Turns out my dog sheds. Didn't know that.
David, I have been vacuuming. So like I moved into this house thinking like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm bringing 2 cats into this house. They're going to shed. It's going to be a mess. But now that I'm the only person that vacuums in the house, I've realized that all the hair in the thing when I dump it is Nala hair. All of it.
I had no clue she shedded.
And that's why whenever you like make the bed, I ask you to not like pick it up and like flick it to like straighten it out. You know, like people like pick it up and like do like
yeah, that's my technique.
Yeah, but when you do that, like hair goes like
yeah, but that's why I bought a HEPA filter.
That doesn't work.
Yeah,
it does not like pull the hair like from the floor and clean it.
That's why we need a Roomba.
Hey, like, I would do that. It would have a hell of a time, though, getting around your house.
Yeah,
There's so much stuff in there.
That's true. Speaking of random things, are we supposed to take a commercial break at some point in time?
I guess if you want to take a break with me, we can.
Oh, our first break.
Aww. We'll be right back. Oh, hey there. This is the first commercial break we actually get to be a part of.
Woohoo!
Now, this is very exciting for me because, as you guys know, on my vlog channel, sometimes I post some sexy time unboxing videos.
Oh, I know that.
You know that. You know what's up.
I'm subscribed.
You've seen the behind the scenes of that.
I have.
Anyway, so I have a lot of fun opening lovely sexy time toys from adamandeve.com. So they actually are so cool and reached out and wanted to sponsor our podcast because they think the podcast is awesome, and it is. Yeah. So we want to shout them out and say, make sure to go to adamandeve.com and use our code. Oh my God, we have a code.
Yes.
Filter. FILTER for 50% off any one item and free shipping in the United States and Canada. Some exclusions apply. They've got some amazing things, so I highly recommend that you check them out.
Wow. That's pretty exciting adult stuff.
Very adult.
AdamandEve.com. Use the code filter.
Yeah. Sweet. and then you can have as much fun as should we do a first time of that?
Oh, yeah.
First time we used
Yes.
Anyways,
right. Shall we get back to the episode?
Adam and Eve is awesome, and I guess we're gonna go back to the episode.
AdamandEve.com.
Woo!
Code filter.
Woo!
Jaclyn.
Yes, David. Why are you crying?
It's just that our podcast.
No, not the podcast.
You see, I didn't want to believe it at first, but I don't think we're getting enough ratings and reviews to go on.
No, but they're streaming on Tuesdays and watching on Thursdays, but not reviewing.
Yes, my love. I'm so scared right now.
Oh my God, it's getting worse. If only more people would go to Spotify and the podcast app and leave a review. Maybe they could save us all.
Before it's too late.
Subscribe and review.
Subscribe and review.
Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me?
And we're back. Yay. Hope you enjoyed that commercial break.
Wow, this is the first time we know what happened.
Yeah, I think that commercial break we've all decided on. And hey, they get another brand. Ooh, AdamandEve.com code filter. Oh,
yeah. Oh, so cool. So yeah, let's keep going with our first. We just did our first date, kind of. Platonic date, if that counts. First, lame apartment. Oh my God, we went back to the apartment.
We did. That's not ever going to be in a vlog, is it?
I don't know.
We got so drunk.
We got really drunk and went back to the apartment.
I think we shot all that on my phone.
Yeah, you have it somewhere. Mm-hmm. We got real drunk and we broke into the apartment.
We broke into our old separate apartment.
Yeah.
And got on the roof.
Then we made out on the roof.
And you got a little emotional.
You did too.
It was a beautiful moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was exciting to be back there with you.
It was weird. It's kind of weird.
Well, it just sort of makes you think that damn, why couldn't we have just sort of found each other earlier?
Yeah, asshole.
You should have been hitting on me.
Okay, between the two of us, who had the more stable relationship and who had the more unstable, probably not going to work out relationship?
Probably you were less stable with yours.
Yeah. So that means the responsibility's on you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's good that neither of us did that, because then it would have been weird, and I would have thought you were one of those guys that hits on a girl that has a boyfriend while he has a girlfriend. That would have been bad.
Yep. But I didn't do that.
You didn't do it. You didn't think about it. I didn't think about it.
I sort of should have, though.
I think back on that, and I'm very confused at how it never even crossed my mind. Not even for a second.
You sure about that one time that we both made out on the roof,
though?
Oh,
yeah, that one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's do another first.
How about Chris's birthday? When we were all here.
That was your first time coming to your future house.
I didn't know that at the time. Yeah.
That's true. That was your first time here. Mm-hmm. Look, there's quite a few nights that things have happened, but we usually got really drunk. I sort of blame you. You usually would encourage.
You are just as bad and guilty.
That's fine. Anyways, Chris's night, we came back here. That night was probably a 5, 6 a.m.er?
I think it was like 7.
7 a.m.?
It was 7 something. The sun was like up for a minute by the time I got back to my place.
We were just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't my roommate get mad at us? Why didn't she like just go to bed?
Oh, God. Yeah, when you had the other roommate.
Yeah. She was like, go to bed. You're being loud and annoying in the living room or something like that.
Uh-huh. I remember I challenged you to arm wrestling.
I kicked your ass.
I didn't think I was going to win. I wanted to hold your hand.
I know. We've already told this story, but she said it so confidently that like she challenged me to arm wrestling, and you know, I don't know. I felt threatened at that point. Like she thought she could beat me, and like, look, I know that it's weird to be competitive when it's like romantic, and like I wasn't trying to, but you really like had me tested there. So anyways, yeah, we arm wrestled, and I quickly realized she was bluffing.
I just wanted to hold your hand. The same thing earlier in the night, too. When
I gave you drum lessons?
Yeah. We were sitting right next to each other, and you were like, we were both like drunk, so probably it was terrible, but you were like doing something on your legs, like tapping to the beat, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so good at that. Show me how.
I can't believe you did that.
Show me how you're doing that. Like, oh my God, you're so talented.
I'll teach you drums someday.
So like you were like trying to show me, and I'm like, no, show me over here. And like I moved one of your hands like to my leg, and then one of my hands to your leg. So we were like crisscrossing arms, like drumming, like fucking so stupid, but that's what I wanted. And then I was like, check. He touched my leg.
Wow.
He touched my leg. And then yeah, so the arm wrestling was totally a bluff. I can't believe you thought I was gonna maybe win.
I don't know.
Like, look at me. Do I look like I'm gonna?
I don't know. I don't know, but you were so confident in the way you said it. I was worried. It would have been embarrassing too if you beat me. Then I would have had no chance.
Nah, I still would have liked you.
Yeah, it's good. So that was a good night. That was a good first.
That was a good night.
Our first sunrise. And
then it was so cute because, oh, and by the way, I wanted you to kiss me that night, and you didn't.
Sorry.
And then I left again thinking, like, I think he likes me, but it was driving me nuts.
See, you guys, this is the way to play it.
It was driving me nuts. I'm like, I can't tell if maybe he likes me, but he doesn't want to, like, make a move because we have so many, like, strange crossovers in our past.
There is some.
And I was like, that. Maybe he likes me, but, like, he's never going to do anything because of that. That's lame. And then I was like, or maybe I was, like, making up all kinds of shit in my head. I'm like, maybe I'm too tall, or maybe, like, he doesn't like my videos, or maybe
I think you're great. Your videos are awesome. Big fan.
I didn't know, and I was like driving myself crazy with it. I'm like, maybe he's just not attracted to me, you know? And so, but then you were, but I didn't know, and like I was very confused. So it was cute though, because whenever I left that morning, you were like, it was 7:00, right?
Yeah.
And we were drunk, and you're like, well, what are you doing today? And I'm like, sleeping. I don't know. You're like, let's go to the beach. Let's yeah, what, like take a nap, and then let's get up and go to the beach. I'm
we
like,
both totally bailed on that. I really wanted to hang out with you again.
I know.
But staying up till 7 a.m. really messes me up.
Well, yeah, anybody. Yeah. So then I was left totally confused again, because whenever I was walking out, I'm like, no, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't like me like that. And that's fine. We can be friends. And I started, like walking out of your house, just kind of like, fine with that, I guess. And then you're like, well, what are you doing later? I'm like, God damn it, that seems flirty. I don't know. And it was so confusing.
Yes.
It was so confusing.
Yes, guys, listen along.
Anyway, then eventually we had a date not long after that, where we were at that bar on Ventura. Was it the One Up?
Oh, you're going to tell this story?
I am going to tell this story.
I'm embarrassed about this story.
Why? It was the moment I knew you actually liked me.
Yeah, but...
We were drunk. And there was a guy there. Remember the really drunk guy who was like kind of too close to me and being a little like rude? Yeah. And you seemed like protective. And I was like, huh. Okay.
Well, I smashed a bottle over the back of his head.
No, you didn't.
Why did you?
You didn't.
I'm glad you liked that.
I did notice a little bit of you were like, I don't know, you got kind of like my woman kind of thing. And I'm like, did he just like seem I don't know. And then I was like confused. And then we went and we sat down with our drinks, and you were just drunk enough that you made a joke that was kind of bad, but I laughed. And you asked me, you're like, did that make your panties fall off?
I'm so embarrassed.
And then
I can't believe. And first off, I don't remember saying that.
You did.
And that's not very gentlemanly of me. So I
was so happy that you did that. I was so happy.
We must have been so drunk.
I was finally, he hit on me. That is undeniable. You were giggly and
everyone listening to this now thinks I'm an asshole.
No, I was so happy. I was like, oh, he asked if my underwear were off. That means he's thinking about my vagina. I win.
Oh my gosh.
So I was stoked on it.
Wow.
Anyway.
And look at us now.
And then you came back to my apartment, and you did go into my apartment, and then we made out.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We just sold your couch.
I know. My couch
Wait, we didn't sell your couch.
No, we put my couch on the side of the road, and
we did say goodbye to it.
Someone came and got it.
We were like, goodbye couch that we made out on. Yeah. It's out there making other people fall in love right now.
Uh-huh.
It's a circle couch.
That was beautiful. We're going on tour. You want to hear more like that?
Yeah, that's true. We might even be doing more circle of couch verses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Never know what you're going to get.
Speaking of firsts and the tour, I got a first.
Okay.
Okay, so we just got our first, we have our own individual merch, right? Exactly. We have our own individual merch. I release music under the name Future Sunsets. Her name is Jaclyn Glenn for now.
Oh.
Woo woo. Whatever. And we did hit up an artist, and they made something pretty cute. And it's a Jaclyn and David merch. We did print it on
It's like a family picture, though.
It's a family picture that is an illustration. We're printing it on a red shirt. I will pull that up right now. And
for those of you who are just listening, though, it's really cute. It's got 2 cats on it, so it's basically Angel and Tippy, and then Nala on there, a doggy, and then me and David, and we're all happy and jumping around, and it's like so cute.
It's really cute.
It's really cute.
So we did print a few of those for the tour of our first Jaclyn and David merch.
Yeah, and I think that's really special too because, I think maybe throughout our lifetime, there will be other family photo shirts, and this is the first one with our fur babies.
And maybe with other members.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. So this is something that we're going to have available at our shows.
Oh.
And then after the tour is over, maybe we'll put them on the internet.
If we have any left.
Yeah. Or we can just print more. This is cute.
This is cute.
These are I can't imagine these not going. They're real cute.
They are really cute.
And it's going to be special, too, because it's going to be the first edition family photo.
I mean, all of the, yeah. No,
imagine in a couple years, this will be cool. I think.
I think that'll be really cool.
Very cute. So,
that's a first. That's a good first. By the way, if you didn't know, we're going on tour, imperfectlyhumantour.com.
Wow, you said that so fast. No one's going to know what the hell you said.
Imperfectlyhumantour.com. And you can go see one of the 37 cities that are on sale, and you can pick up tickets right now because if you don't, you will miss out, and that would be sad. And we would like to see you.
I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We have so much rehearsal to do.
Yeah, let's not. Anyways, so I don't want to panic right now.
No.
Not right now. Damn it. Drink your special water and...
Drinking my water.
All right.
It's delicious.
What about the first time we had sex?
I almost spit my water out.
Let's talk about that. I didn't think we were going to that night. Although...
No, neither did I.
So, okay, that's kind of a lie.
Oh, you...
That's kind of... Well, because, okay, so it's...
I can't believe how, real we get on
people
this
are going to
podcast.
relate. People are going to relate to this, right? So you're on a date with someone that you really like, and you're super, you want to jump their bones real bad,
Mm-hmm.
You haven't yet, though, and you don't know when it's going to happen. So you're just always prepared just in case. You shave, you make sure things are nice, you have your place clean, you have, things ready in case, right?
Yes.
Do you not relate?
No, I don't relate.
Well, I was ready to go.
No, yeah, actually, I was too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no.
Trying to get out of this conversation.
I mean, it's sort of embarrassingly unfiltered, and I guess that's the point.
It's not embarrassing. Everybody does this.
That's true.
Everybody does this. You guys are listening right now. You're like, yeah. You think you might, maybe, even if it's a tiny chance, you're ready.
Yeah.
Because if you're not ready, then it's not gonna, like, let's say we were almost going to, but in my head I'm like, oh my God, I didn't shave. Like, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. I'm not gonna have our first time be not prepared. Like,
that's just you. That's just.
I don't think it's just me. I think people might relate.
It's 2019. I know that.
Okay, yeah, I know that I'm very particular. Okay. I am one of those crazy girls. I shave my legs every day. You know, I shower, I wash my hair every day, and Eva would kill me because that rinses the color out, whatever. I know it's probably not good for your hair, but I just can't, not. Like, hygiene is like a thing that I obsess over. And, you know, there's no way that, you know, I would be in a vulnerable position with a super hot guy that I was, like, really into and then not be ready and then, like, go through with it. Hell no.
Interesting.
I would need to have my shit together. So anyways, my point with that was that no, I didn't think that we would that night, but I was ready.
Yeah, I didn't think we would either, but it happened, and
we were like making out on my couch, super aggressively. I'm like, "You wanna go to my bedroom?"
We were watching that awesome movie, which was so tough because when I get into a movie, it's really hard for me to not like.
So bad.
What was it? Oh, Year One.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like Jack Black, that other guy who's sort of funny.
It's the perfect kind of movie to put on if you plan on not really watching.
Yeah, no, but like for most people,
we weren't paying attention at all.
I was listening.
No, you were not. I remember.
I was laughing.
We were not. We had to like stop. We rewatched it because we didn't remember anything.
Yeah, we should watch it again.
It was so stupid.
So good.
Anyway. Yeah, that was the first night.
All right, get another first?
Go for it.
Oh, I don't have one. I'm curious.
Well, we have so many.
We do. You moved in, so there's a first.
First, I love you.
First,
the first time we fell in love. Come on, we got so much.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, thank you. I was just blanking on.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm having neck problems. I'm taking CBD oil now, and it's a whole deal.
He's on CBD.
I'm on CBD. There's like no THC in it, but like enough because it has to absorb into your bloodstream. So now I'm like sort of a little high. Anyways.
I want to get high.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of getting high.
Just a little high?
Just a little high?
We don't have South Park.
Drugs are bad. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So
mushrooms.
First, that's where you're going? First time
it was like when we fell in love. Yeah, we kind of did.
Okay, let's just fast forward a little bit from that. She requested that I ask her to date me. I'm going to come back in town to.
You have to formally ask.
So yes, a few weeks after this trip, I did ask her to date me formally. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's go back in time. At this cabin, we took a trip from LA to a little city called Big Bear, and we got a cabin for 2 days, 1 day, 2.
3 days, 2 nights, I think.
Yeah, we ended up getting a different cabin and staying even longer.
We stayed 3 nights.
Yeah. So we got a cabin, which I think that's probably like a big deal for a couple. Mm-hmm. Like now, we're like sort of we're not formally dating yet. We go and get a cabin.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, that's a big thing. Like, we're going to spend 3 nights in a row together. Like.
Mm-hmm. We had discussed the idea of, of taking mushrooms together.
Oh, okay. So, yes, you mentioned that you wanted to take mushrooms and you hadn't in a long time. And I haven't really ever. I tried them at one point in college and felt nothing. So I basically had zero experience. I never felt the effects of it. But I had done ayahuasca, out in LA. And so I figured, what could be more intense than that? Like, I'm fine. If I can handle that, I'm good, which is true. And you mentioned wanting to do shrooms at some point. So I got them. I'm like, he wants to do this. If I get them, he'll probably do them with me, and then we'll spend more time together.
This is true.
So it was totally like a play on my part. I'm like, I'm going to lure him in with drugs, I guess. You said you wanted to do it, and you were so excited whenever I said I got it.
And I also knew that they would really make us bond. Mm-hmm. I didn't know to the extent of which.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got this cabin, and I think the first night we didn't take them. Clearly, we went to bed. But the next day, we woke up. We went out for breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah.
We had like ridiculous
those pancakes that like go over the side of the
French
dish.
Toast. Yeah, it was really good. We should go back. And then we took mushrooms. I think at like 2 p.m. And maybe 3. I don't know. And it was such a beautiful experience. It went in stages. There were different sort of elements of it, different like, should we go on this walk? And then we went on this walk, and that was awesome. And then we like laid down in the forest.
Yeah, the tree was hilarious for some reason to me.
Well, even before the tree, we were like trying to like go off the path, and there was this like huge squirrel. It was like the biggest squirrel you've ever seen, and it would like go a little bit and then like look back.
It really was,
and it would be like, oh, follow me. And we'd be like, oh my God, the squirrel's like totally like leading us into the forest. And we like followed the squirrel. And
this is actually like someone's backyard.
Yeah, but like it was still forest. Like, and so anyways, we like followed the squirrel, and then the squirrel would wait, and we would follow the squirrel again. We went off into the woods, and we ended up lying down on the ground, and like we had this really cool clearing of like circular trees above us, and we just laid there and we just giggled and talked and hung out for hours. We were laughing like ridiculously, making jokes about the trees, and like making an Instagram account that was just like at tree, and like the
imagining brand deals.
We
just like throw like Kleenex, throw a box of Kleenex, or throw a dildo on adamandeve.com.
Exactly. Use code filter.
Tree.
But it sounds ridiculous. Yeah. But that part was really fun, and then we walked back. Which had an element of like a bad trip kind of thing, where there was somebody walking their dog, and that was the first time that we had ever like seen anyone else. And you were definitely worried. We were like walking back to our cabin, like, oh, this guy is following us. He knows where, whatever.
But then we got back and it was fine.
So we got back, but we got back in the cabin, and I left the heat on, and I left the music on, and we walked in, and it was like instantly like the warmth of like our home base and our safety of our cabin. Yeah. And there was a beautiful there was a playlist playing, and that song was like a beautiful soprano opera singer.
So we started
and it was like
dancing.
And it was just piano and vocal, and we started slow dancing in the middle of the room, and that was like so beautiful. And that sort of like started to escalate us into this like other area of the trip.
Well, we went outside and we watched the sunset.
Correct.
And then we smoked.
Do you remember seeing? I remember I walked past the window, and the sunset was coming in, and it was like the most glorious thing. And I was like, go look at the sun. And I was like, go look outside. And you like looked, and you were like, oh.
It was really cool.
So we went outside, and we sat and watched the sunset, and we smoked, and then everything escalated from there. Yeah,
the smoking made it so intense.
Yeah,
so we went inside, and there was this giant couch it kind of melted into, and we cuddled, and like if I closed my eyes, I could see like really cool colors and shapes and all this like awesome stuff. And then you and we started just to open up about all of our insecurities and things that bothered us in our life, and just we were like crying.
We both were. Like, you have to imagine, like, we're lying on this couch talking, like, feeling the music. Sometimes there'd be a lull in conversation, and we would just both be, like, feeling the music together, but we're, like, lying next to each other. It was, like, sort of cute. We probably looked totally ridiculous. But, yeah, our conversations really escalated, and we were weeping into each other's arms about, like, everything we've been through in relationships.
Do you remember what you said to me?
I do remember elements of my like speech.
I remember.
I know I had a speech that I hit like that was like perfect, but
I just remember the one line where you were talking about how that you know that I went through a lot in really bad relationships, and you said something like, I know that you want to find a guy that's going to be good to you and treat you right, that you can trust and be with, and I want to be that guy. And I was like, oh my God. And you were crying when you said it. Like it was like hard for you to say it.
Yeah.
Because you were choked up.
Yeah.
And then that made me cry, and then
it was really powerful.
I was definitely very much in love at that moment.
Yeah.
We didn't tell each other until.
Well, but you sort of did.
I said falling.
Exactly.
But I didn't say. Falling is kind of a little bit of a way around saying it. Like you're kind of saying it, but not really.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, that was like probably the most like beautiful, powerful like life moment. One of the most like powerful like life moments ever. It was so like magnetic. I don't think I've ever felt that much emotion in a moment.
Me neither, honestly. That was one of the most intense feelings I've ever had. It's really cool.
Yeah, it really was. And now we live together. And so from there, it actually like initiated.
That's when we started dating. We had to you officially asked me a few weeks later.
Yes.
But we're like, we changed we have to go back. Yeah. We have to go back to the cabin day because that's the day like we really connected, and that in my head I was like, oh my God, we're gonna spend these 3 days together, these 3 nights together. But after that moment, unless one of us were traveling, we didn't spend a day apart ever. So that was the moment. And we still haven't. What's a night that we spent apart that wasn't because one of the two of us were out of town?
There's none.
Yeah.
Pretty cute.
So, that's a first.
We do need to go back. We do need to go back to
Do you know the date? I'm gonna kill you, boyfriend.
I get an alarm on my phone every month. I want to say October 27. Did I get it wrong? 15, 17.
Oh my God!
23. It's a CBD.
When's my birthday?
25.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Hey, look, it's in my calendar.
All right.
I blame the CBD.
All right. I put you on the spot too.
Thank
you. Which flusters you, and I knew it would.
Yeah. I do get flustered on the spot.
But that's our official day. But then, I guess that's it. Oh wait. Well, then there's the first time we said I love you. You said I love you.
That one was also pretty iconic. So we went snowshoeing with my family. So
this was after Christmas. I went and I flew to see David and his family.
We were in Bend, Oregon, and it was for New Year's. My parents wanted to book this, but they were busy that night, so we booked it the night previously. So December 30th. And we went snowshoeing at the base of Mount Bachelor in Bend, Oregon, and we were with like a group. And my parents are super fun, and
they're so much fun,
and they're like totally in love, and they're in a part of their life where, well, marijuana's legal in Washington now, so my mom's like reliving her stoner teenage years, and they're just like successful business people having fun, being in love. All their kids are out of college, and like they're just hanging out. Anyways, they took us snowshoeing.
By the way, that was like so fun. Your mom and I were like running through the snow and falling over together. And like at one point I fell and I knocked her over and I felt really bad, but she was laughing so hard. I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But it was a lot of fun that night.
We were on this path and at the end of this path there was like this clearing and we were all watching the stars. And at this point in our relationship, I love you was like on the tip of
I had been struggling with
both of our tongues. It was just like bubbling, bursting at the seams. And we're like holding each other and we're like looking up to the stars, and everybody like took a break from the snowshoeing to like watch the stars.
And there's a shooting star.
And there's this huge, like everyone saw it, huge shooting star. Just, and at that moment it just burst out of me, and I just whispered in her ear that I loved her, and she cried, and I might have like gotten a little emotional about it too.
A little bit.
I didn't super cry, but it was really awesome. It was really cute, and the shooting star just sort of like did it. And actually, if you go back and find that vlog, that's all recorded. That whole thing, which was really cool to have that. Memorialized. So yeah, that was a beautiful first.
Yeah. And then I think everybody kind of knows the rest. Now I live here.
Yeah, you live here. What other firsts do we have? I get so excited about every first with you, and honestly, usually it's about food. I don't know why. Like, whatever. So now we're going on tour, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, our first jambalaya, or our first, like, I don't know, stupid. We're gonna eat random food all over the world together. I'm like, oh, our first baguette in France. Like, I don't know, it's dumb, but I'm excited about it.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of firsts that will still happen, but I'm excited about all the ones that we've had, and I think it's a cute story. There's a lot of really like specific details that we kind of gave now that we haven't before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
On our very first podcast.
We have a lot of stuff we're doing together. I mean, like before we met, we had our own thing, and we still have our own thing, but now we have a podcast together.
Oh, and by the way, so I've been in bands and I've been singing with people for however long, and I never had, except for in high school, I was in a band with a guy and he was a better singer than me and I wasn't very confident yet. I would sort of sing harmony with him a little bit, but I sucked and I couldn't hear it very well. And I never in my life really had that like money harmony singer that could like really do it. Like I had a guy in my band that I would have to try to really struggle to teach him his parts, and like it's hard because I'd have to try to sing him his part while playing the guitar, and like it got too much and he didn't have the ear for it. So lately we've been rehearsing and it's so exciting for me because we sound great together. We sound really good and we like sing in harmony, and like I don't have to tell her like what to do, and like she probably actually has to tell me what to do.
No,
like,
I don't.
She's and so we sound really good and it's really exciting getting to sing with you. So even the other day was like sort of our first of just sitting in the living room, low pressure. We're not like saying, hey, we're rehearsing. It was like we were cooking dinner and I was like working on one of our songs.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very exciting firsts.
So our first
harmony
rehearsal.
living room moment.
But yeah, so that's what I was about to say. I mean, we have our podcast together.
Our first RV.
We have our first tour together now.
Our first me being added to your car insurance because I no longer have a car.
Yeah. And then, the vlogs together. So we have a lot of things we've combined, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's
exciting.
Really sweet. Well, on that note,
should we wrap it up?
I think we should.
We still have much to do today.
We have a lot of work to do today for the tour. Imperfectlyhumantour.com. If you want to hang out with us in person.
And extra shout out to our homies at Adam and Eve for sponsoring this. Use the code FILTER for all kinds of special price things. With that,
thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.